Chapter 34. Caught red-handed. Struggling up against the dorm room door, Layla was finding it difficult to breathe. Vorden was applying an incredible amount of force with his forearm against her neck and his face was only a few inches away. "What the hell's wrong with you?" Layla managed to groan out. "Hey Vorden, I think you're hurting her," Peter said quietly. Vorden suddenly started pressing against her throat even harder. Layla was struggling with all her might to get air, and if she didn't do anything soon, she was worried she might pass out. "The little one didn't like you, and the other one told me not to get involved, but in the end, I'm always the one that has to deal with things," Vorden said. Layla's face started to turn a bright red, the veins on her neck were popping, threatening to explode as she struggled to breathe. "Hey, seriously Vorden, you're going too far," Peter shouted. "Shut up," Vorden shouted as he turned to look at Peter. "My name is not Vorden either." That's when Layla saw her opportunity. The grip around her neck loosened a little as Vorden was distracted. She reached down into her quiver that was attached to her waist and pulled out one of her arrows. Then proceeded to stab the arrow into the top part of Vorden's thigh. "Arg!" Vorden cried as he flinched at let go of Layla. Layla then quickly pulled out another arrow with her telekinesis ability and hovered it right in front of Vorden's face. "Don't you dare move, you psycho," said Layla. "I swear if you do, I will not hesitate to shove this arrow right in your head." Peter started to panic at the situation that was happening in front of him. There was no way he could jump in the middle of these two. He was too scared of getting hurt himself. "I don't even know why Quinn asked me to look out for you. If you ask me, he's better off without someone like you." "Wait, Quinn really said that?" Vorden said in a gentle tone. "Look, I'm sorry about what just happened, but I just want to know what happened to Quinn." As Vorden said these words, his eyebrows were slightly twitching. His personality had taken a complete 180 turn and Layla didn't know what to make of it. For some reason, something was telling her that this boy was dangerous and if she could, she would have nothing to do with him. But right now, she needed to find Quinn, who knew if he was going on another rampage right now. She was the only one that knew Quinn's secret and Quinn needed her. "It was just an accident at the combat classes today," said Layla. "He wasn't at the medical bay, so I thought he was in his room, but it looks like he already left. I wouldn't worry about it." Layla then recalled her arrow back into her quiver and walked out of the room in a rush. Then as soon as she left, Vorden lifted the arrow out of his leg with the copied telekinesis ability and threw the arrow to one side. "Hey, are you alright, man? You kinda acting a little strange there," Peter asked. "Yeah, I'm fine," Vorden said. "She's lying to you. Did you see how she rushed off like that? Something's up, let's follow her. Or we could try asking the other students who were in the same combat classes as Quinn. They might be able to tell us who did this to him." "Oh, payback, I like it, and then on the way back maybe that pretty girl can get into an accident." "No, I told you she's just Quinn's friend. Can't you see she's just as worried about Quinn as we are? She's a good person." "Well, I don't like her." "I agree, we should get rid of her." Vorden, are you okay?" Peter asked again. "You've been standing there looking at the floor for a while now." Oh yeah, I just need to head off to the doctor's office, get this wound checked out on my leg. I'll be back when I can," Vorden said as he left the room and headed outside. Quinn had been following Faye from a safe distance for a while now, but it didn't look like he was heading out of the school and time was running out. 12 out of 20 HP. If he lost any more health, he would have to go search for Layla and find his target another time. However, Quinn felt like he would never have an opportunity as good as this one again. Very rarely was there a time when people would be on their own, and especially one that Quinn had a grudge against. That's when Faye started to head up the stairs and eventually went up to the school roof door. After reaching the closed door, Quinn quickly moved and opened the door ever so slightly and started to peek through. Quinn glances around the rooftop feeling happy for his luck. Faye was the only person he could see up there. Lady Luck is on my side today. Quinn then took the mask out from his bag and put it on his face. Before he moved onto the rooftop, he used a rag of ripped cloth from his old uniform and wrapped it around his watch to hide his power level. There weren't many other level 1 users who used gauntlets in the whole school. If Faye was to see his power level on his wristwatch, it would be a dead giveaway. As soon as Quinn would open the door, he knew the metal creaking sound would notify Faye that someone else was here. He needed to do everything as quick as possible. Ready and go. Quinn then pushed open the door and ran over to where Faye was in an instant. And as soon as Faye turned around, he could see was red blood lines in the shape of a claw coming out from a mysterious masked man. What the? Faye was too slow to react and all he could do was lift his hand, but the blow was extremely powerful. When the red lines touched his skin, it immediately caused blood to be drawn. It felt like 5 sharp knives were cutting him at the same time. Not only that, but the force was so strong it managed to throw Faye into the air. With his 12 strength and extra 3 from the gauntlets, Quinn now had a total of 15 strength, and then the gauntlets also increased his attack power by 5%, making the attack far stronger than Quinn had predicted. Faye continued to fly into the air until his body had hit the back of the gated fence. He then collapsed on the floor and passed out. 11 out of 20 HP. Faye didn't even have the chance to use his ability to fight back. It was over in an instant. Blood started to drip from his arms and began to create a small puddle of blood, and before Quinn realized it, his teeth had grown into fangs. He slowly walked over to Faye and could feel his heart beating faster. The sweet fragrances were getting stronger, but Quinn didn't care about the blood that was on the floor. He was more interested in the single vein that he could see pulsating through Faye's neck. Quinn then lifted Faye slightly off the ground and without even thinking about it sunk his fangs into Faye's neck. Quinn continued to drink Faye's blood until multiple notifications had appeared. 20 out of 20 HP. Blood bank has been filled 100 milliliters. A positive blood type has been consumed. +1 strength stat. 50 EXP has been awarded. As Quinn was enjoying the last few drops of blood when the sudden sound of the roof door being opened was heard. Huh, so why did you want to meet me on this roof again? Loop said, rubbing his head. Then when he looked up, he could see his friend covered in a pool of blood and a masked man with his teeth in his friend's neck. You monster, get off of him! Luke shouted.